Hey guys, Kaden here and welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for the love and support. I really appreciate it. Guys, if you're new, please just go ahead, hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up and leave all your comments. If you want to see how I made this wig, then continue to watch. So if you notice, you'll see that I have some wet marks on my dome cap. And the main reason for that is because I was going to do a machine made unit, but my machine is not working properly, so I just went ahead and complete the wig with my hands. And as you can see, I went ahead and I'm just gonna go ahead and place the tracks in the frontal exactly where I was gonna put the tracks. So I just lay the frontal down flat across, and as you can see, it's really flush. And then I'm gonna start stitching. As you can see, my stitches, they're very neat and tight. And after stitching the frontal down, you'll see how I knot the thread at the end. So you see, I knot the thread once, cut it, and then tie a knot. Now the steps in making a wig the steps are very repetitive. So I'm just going to repeat the same thing on the next side of the frontal, because as you can see, I start sewing the tracks, the frontal from the middle going down one side down, and then I go to the next side. That makes it easier for me to not get any lumps or bumps. It just lays flush. And yes, that's my baby girl in the background. She's always with mommy. So you won't get rid of her. And if I did not mention before, this here is from my collection. So it's the frontal in 3 bundles. So first I'm going to start with the longest, which is a 24-inch, and then start sewing. So as you can see, I knot the thread at the beginning, and then I just move along. Look at how I'm doing the stitches. I'm not going when I knot the thread, I go through the weft, but when I'm sewing the tracks down, I go underneath the weft. So you can see how close my stitches are and how precise they are. So I'm going underneath the weft, and I'm just going to repeat that step over and over. And I will be doing the flip method until I reach to the top. Because doing the flip method, I don't have to cut the tracks. Even though it's a wig, I may not pull it off, or my clients may not pull it off, so they're just going to wear the wig. So I'm going to show you how I flip the tracks so it lays flat. So as you can see, I'm doubling the tracks, and this is where I'm going to do the flip method. So first I leave one track behind, and as you can see, I went ahead and I knot the thread right there where I'm going to leave that track, and then continue sewing one track all the way out, and then I'm going to flip it over and then continue sewing again, and then pick up the next track as I go along. So now I'm going to move on to my next track, which is the 22 inches. So I'm going to be using the frontal, the 24-inch, and 22 inches. And now I'm going to start doing the next bundle. So as you can see, I'm putting it close. I'm going to zoom in so you can see how I'm putting it close to the frontal, but I'm not attaching it to the frontal, because when you sew it close to the frontal, because some persons bleach the knots on their frontal, some don't. But when you bleach the frontal, sometimes as it gets older, you start to lose hair and you get bald patches, and some persons get holes and they want to replace their frontal. So instead of taking the entire wig down, all you have to do is just take the frontal off, pin it down, and then add a new frontal. So that's an easy way to freshen up your frontal instead of pulling the entire wig apart. So I'm just going to go ahead and stitch again, and as I said, it is repetitive, so just look and learn, and I hope you enjoy as you go along, and I hope you learn something also. I'm going to zoom in again and show you how I leave the track behind, do the flip method, and then come back and pick it up. So just watch and learn, and I hope you learned something, and I hope you enjoy. Give this video a like, comment, and also subscribe, share, tell a friend, tell another friend, and keep on watching. As you can see, I'm going to go ahead and pin the track down around the neck side. So this is pretty much optional, but it makes it more easier for me to manage the track and while sewing. So I love to sometimes I will pin the track down straight across, so I just follow that line. As I said earlier, it's making a wig is very repetitive, so I did not show you everything, but this is me sewing the few last tracks on, and I'm on, that's like my final bundle, and this is where I start cutting the bundle. So I cut it so that it does not get lumpy and bumpy. So as you can see, I'm stitching it very precise and also going underneath the weft instead of through the weft. So now I'm showing you how flat my wig is and how flat my tracks are. There's no lumps or bumps. It's pretty flat. So now I'm going to sew down my final track, and that's what I'm doing again. Repetitive step again, knot the thread, and then sew all the way across. And as you can see, this last track is not sewn down to the frontal, it's sewn directly behind the frontal. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut the excess dome cap off, and I'm cutting as close as possible to the frontal but not on the thread. And here you go, guys, this is the final look. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you're new, please don't forget to go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe, and share my video. And I went ahead and add some highlights to it, and I really like it. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.